French vanilla can be taken in two ways, either the vanilla made by the French, or the vanilla the French partaken in their after midnight hours.
Hey, what's up, paisanos? It's me, Gaba. Gaba the Ghoul. I didn't pause the video. Today we're talking about a very specific movie that I personally enjoy. Uh, a lot. I went to go see it in theaters about like a week after the release, and honestly, I think it was a great movie. I avoided every single spoiler as far as I can tell, except for like the monster design, and even then, it was really cool to see in theaters. Um, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you might want to avoid this video because it has a lot of spoilers. 6, 7. Um, but the Backrooms. I'm talking about the Backrooms. Yes, that one thing that popped up in 2019 where it was just a yellow bunch of rooms and someone saying, "If you phase out of reality, then something will come and stretch you out so far that your shit will look like cabbage stew." I'm talking about this movie because I feel like I just wanted to point out a few things that a lot of people tend to fucking complain about, and it pisses me off! I'm gonna be yelling in this video. So, I'm expected, it's 11:57 right now, in like 2 hours I gotta take my ear infection medication, and, I gotta make sure that I consistently drink this French vanilla coffee in order to prevent getting a headache. And if I hold it in too long, then I'll look like Benson in that one episode where he just volcano erupts on Mordecai and Rigby. But either way, let's talk about the Backrooms. Again, spoilers. If you haven't watched the movie, I'm not gonna edit this, so just imagine there's a big old spoilers thing right here. Um, let's talk about it. Let's see what's going on in these rooms that are in the back. If you don't really know what the Backrooms is, it was a 2019 internet post from fuck nowhere. I was interrupted. I had to do a quick task, but yeah, it appeared out of butt fuck nowhere. I believe on like Tumblr, maybe? No, 4chan. Might have been 4chan. I don't fucking know. Hold on, let me. Bingo! It was 4chan. So it was a 4chan post from a renovated furniture store somewhere in Oregon. But basically, the whole point is that if you know clipped out of reality, you'd end up in these consistent fucking rooms, blah blah blah, make sure nothing hears you. And that's kind of the whole premise of the Backrooms. The internet went fucking crazy over this. Like, they started whacking their hogs to this every single second they could get. They heard about the Backrooms and they thought, potential? So, they just went with it. They went fucking nuts. But you know the internet, so they tend to go a little overboard with things, and people started turning the Backrooms into something akin of a roguelike, where you permanently fucking die. Um, they added levels, they added entities, they added anything they could think of. Like, you could take any liminal, like, the Backrooms originated as a liminal space that you feel like you remember, but you've never been there before. And the internet turned it into some fucking crazy shit. Crimson Forest, fucking anything that they can think of, anything they can get their hands on. The only interesting ones I can think of are the fucking pool rooms. The entities themselves are mediocre-ish. They're cool, I guess. Smilers, skin stealers, bone thieves, fuck-ass partygoers who have so much. Oh, they have so much R34. But I mean, even then, it's kind of it gets to a point. It turns into a generic horror game, horror movie scenario where it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's never ending. It just goes on forever. You're always encountering something new. There's fucking negative levels. There's the attic. There's like just some stupid shit like level you cheated. Um, fucking Kitty's playroom, Mr. Kitty's playroom. There's also kind of just iffy generic levels like level run for your life, I think that shit's stupid. I think level run for your life is fucking stupid. You're running from a bunch of fucking entities who want to violate you by ripping out your organs and eating them down a like a mile long fucking hallway, red hallway, blaring sirens. The entities are behind you. They're just coming at you. But I think it's fucking generic as shit because it gets to a point where the Backrooms isn't scary anymore. The Backrooms thrives off the psychological horror of not knowing where the fuck you are, getting lost, and being there for who knows how long. You have no track of time. You don't have any friends. Partially, it gets to a point where it just stops being fucking scary. Now let's get to the meat of this juicy, delicious chicken tender, where we enter Kane Parsons basically. Kane Parsons uploaded his first backroom short film in fuck, what was it? Like 2020 maybe? Let me look this up again. I was really wrong. 2022. He uploaded his first backroom short film in 2022, where the basic premise was this guy falling into the backrooms and finding the entity that Kane made up that people tend to call the bacteria. It's called the life form, but once we get to the movie, that doesn't really make sense. But what is known is that this blew the fuck up, like real fast, like almost overnight. And there are a lot of people saying that Kane could be a great fucking director, especially with the story he started building off of that little short film. And here we are, 2026, A24, Kane Parsons. They were fucking right. So was Wendigoon. Wendigoon made a video on it. Goon. But Kane Parsons is the director of the Backrooms film that was also produced by A24. Great fucking movie. Terrific opening night. Great fucking box office opening. It was wow. I like that movie. I know there were a lot of negative complaints whenever people went into the movie for the first time. This is because they don't understand fucking shit! And that's what I'm here to talk about. We're going to talk about like 3 things that people might not. Maybe I'll go a little overboard and do like 4. But let's talk about the first one. The first one. The internet is not the canon! The fandom does not create the canon! People constantly fucking say, over and over and over again, that they don't like the fucking Backrooms movie because it doesn't have their favorite fucking level or their favorite entity. Shut the fuck up! People don't realize that nothing else is canon. The only canon level in the Backrooms is that yellow fucking fluorescent office building. Everything else is the internet. Nothing else is canon. This isn't me hating fun, because I know some of you motherfuckers will say that. This is me pointing out the fucking obvious. Okay? Okay, sweetheart? This is me pointing out the obvious. Okay? So, I'm so tired of people complaining about this sort of thing whenever I hear about an opinion on the Backrooms, just because it didn't have the fucking, their favorite entity, the gloopish schmoople from the level The Penis Rooms. Shut the fuck up! Number 2, the fact that people tend to complain that, like, it made no sense. Now, at first glance, after you watch the movie, that's a little fair. Spoilers ahead, again, for the 3rd fucking time, pay attention. But, like, at the ending of the movie, it's showing all of these things that the Backrooms has conjured up, like lampposts phasing into the floor, Clark's fucking furniture store, and a still life of Mary, which we'll get to in a second. And people thought, this is a little fucking confusing. And there's a lot of things in the movie that are confusing that are meant to be up to your interpretation because Kane's a great director. Sorry that everything's not in your fucking face like Obsession, where you understand that Nikki is fucking cursed. But, like, I feel like a lot of things don't need to be explained to you, and there's a lot of people out there who are probably gonna go to YouTube and have a YouTuber explain it to them anyways because they can't understand fucking metaphors! So, um, obviously I didn't understand everything at first either. But, you know something that helped? Recalling the things that were said in the fucking movie! Clark himself says the more this place remembers, the more it forgets, and that it's trying its best to remember everything. The people, the areas. It goes off of people's fucking mindsets, too, apparently. And that's the thing I don't think people understand. The fact that this whole complex that's infinitely expanding goes off things that wouldn't make sense, or it just goes off things from our world and is trying its best to fucking replicate them. And it's doing a shit job. I don't think people understand that. I really don't. And the fact that people find that confusing is makes me think that these motherfuckers are a little like makes me think they're a little fucking stupid. And number the third, people are comparing it to the Roblox game. You heard that correctly. People are comparing the Backrooms movie by Kane Parsons to the Roblox game. Some motherfuckers didn't even know who Kane Parsons was. Holy fucking LARP. They're comparing it to the fucking video games on Roblox. That shit pisses me off. More things about the Backrooms I could complain about, like, there are some things I could complain about too. I wish the monster had more screen time, just a little bit more. The screen time we got was really good, really intimidating, scared the shit out of me a few times. And the still life entities are a really good fucking idea. I love the still life entities. I am a fucking architect, but like as a whole, I know that there's also people who complain about the bacteria not being in the movie, which fuck if I should know. But there's also a few things that I'd kind of like to point out. I don't really think that the bacteria is in that general fucking vicinity. Because, if you've noticed, the Backrooms is just kind of everywhere. And when we see Mary go through that little tiny crack and crevice in between, like, the little fucking thing in the Backrooms furniture store, the Ottoman Empire, we realized that they had to carry like a pretty good distance to get back to the fucking async base, and that made me think, what if it's just a different part of the fucking Backrooms that the bacteria shows up in, and that the still life Clark, Captain Clark, isn't the bacteria, and that there's two separate fucking entities? Because we saw that with the still life in Found Footage 3, and I don't think people really remember that, but there's a few entities. Who knows who else is many out there, and they don't all have the biological factor that the still life, or sorry, the bacteria has, where it's just fucking fungus. But you know, it. I liked the movie. I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful fucking movie. My shirt's torn now because fuck you people. But yeah, great movie. 10 out of 10. These are just my small little complaints about the Backrooms movie. At least like, not even just the movie itself. The movie's great. I'm talking more about the people who partake in the movie or fucking LARP the shit out of it, where they know nothing about Kane Pixels or shit and go off of, the internet or Roblox, or they just don't understand the movie at all because they didn't pay enough fucking attention. So, that's all I really had to complain about. Please be sure to like and subscribe. If you don't, what the fuck am I doing?